everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Crystal from For the Love of the Mouse, and I know we're in a little bit of a different setting today, but today we are going to talk about what we pack for a typical Disney trip. And we're doing that because I'm packing for a Disney trip. We are leaving tomorrow night on the midnight flight to Walt Disney World for the weekend, or for kind of a long weekend. So I thought it would be really great to kind of show you some of the essentials that we make sure we take on every single trip, and maybe they'll help you out, and maybe it's something that you haven't thought of. So let's start off with some of the basics. Every single trip I take this backpack. This is a backpack that we got in the parks. It was one of those, you spend a certain amount of money, you get this for like 20 bucks, and we get so much use out of it. I think that this is the 5th trip that I'll take this backpack on, and they last forever, and they're super cute, and they're Mickey, so you can get them at the Emporium and some of the other larger merch shops. That's really handy. So one thing is that we always use Magical Express when we stay on property. So a really important thing to remember about Magical Express is that if you're using that service, you're going to get to your resort way before your luggage. So tomorrow, for example, or Saturday, we're going to get to Disney at around 10 a.m. And so when we get there, our luggage won't get there until the middle of the afternoon, late afternoon. And that's totally fine because we know about it. A lot of people don't know because it's your first time using Magical Express. And so just want to make sure you're aware that anything that you're going to need for that day, or when you first get there, the first few hours, make sure you pack that in your carry-on luggage, your backpack. So I always take a backpack with us, and this is our park backpack, so I put the essentials in there, and then Bryson always takes a backpack as well, and he will put the camera equipment in there. And then once we get to the parks, I'll take out some of the stuff that's in my backpack that I don't need in the parks, and we'll kind of switch around backpacks so that we only have what we need for the parks in the park bag. And it works out really well for us, and then we always have everything we need. And I typically take an extra set of clothes and things like that, especially in the summer when you know it's probably gonna rain, and just in case your Magical Express hasn't arrived at your door yet and they don't have your luggage in your room when you get there, and maybe you just got stuck in a downpour. So always keep those essentials with you, and maybe an extra pair of clothes and things like that, so that you're prepared for those first few hours and really that first day you're in Disney. So another thing we always take are these amazing water bottles. We each have one, and we actually got these at Target. We've talked about them in some videos before, and they're so handy. These are 50-ounce bottles. We fill them up at the resort in the morning, because if you go to the quick service restaurant at your resort and fill it up at the soda fountain, it's going to be filtered water, so it's not going to be that sulfur water that is kind of typical in Orlando. I know it doesn't bother some people, but we are kind of picky about water, I guess. I don't know. But we like to fill it up with the water at the resort. And then another good place to go, there's a few places in Epcot that have decent water. One place in Animal Kingdom. I think there's a place in Magic Kingdom, and then the DVC Lounge in Epcot always has really great water. So just a quick hint about that. Another thing we always take with us is sunglasses. So I have my pair, I have Bryson's pair. Mine don't go in a case because I don't know where it is. But we always take sunglasses with us. Obviously, it's Orlando, it's summer. It doesn't matter if it's summer or winter, the sun's gonna be out, so we always have those. Another thing that we always take, and I always keep it in a plastic baggie, is sunscreen and lotion. So I have 3 different types of sunscreen. I have a face sunscreen, it's an SPF 55, and then I just have a regular sunscreen that's a 30. So we take that, and then I always also take a 50 with us, and these are just the travel sizes, so I just put these right in the plastic bag, throw them in the backpack, and I can walk through security just fine. So that's also a really good tip. No matter what time of the year, always just take your sunscreen. It's always good to have. This little buddy is a lifesaver in the parks. This is our fuel rod. It actually comes in a really cute little plastic case that is just handy. Somehow we managed to lose it on our last trip, but that's fine. So this you can actually refill over and over and over and over and over again. And so every time you use it, you just take it to the fuel rod kiosk at the parks, and they also have some at Orlando International Airport, and you can just pop this baby in there and a new one will pop out, and you can utilize that. And so you can just refill your whatever needs to be charged over and over and over again, and it comes with several different charging duty bunkers, and those will allow you to charge whatever device you have. It's super handy. It works great. We are constantly using it because we're constantly either filming with our phones or trying to get fast passes, things like that, making dining reservations. So we always have a fuel rod on one of our phones, and it's super handy and it works really well. Highly recommend it. This is something maybe you've never heard of. This is called Wad Welder, and it's actually a it smells like ointment you put on your back when you throw out your back. I don't know what that smell is. I think it's like eucalyptus. I think it smells really good. It's like eucalyptus and peppermint. But what it's for is actually, we're CrossFitters, and when we do things on the bars and we rip our calluses, this heals it, and it heals it really quick. So guess what else it works for? Blisters. And it works amazing, and it doesn't make you burn. It doesn't sting or burn. And so if we're in the parks and we get a blister, I don't take this with us in the parks. This is more for at night. But when you get back and you have a blister, put a whole bunch on there and just like coat it and leave it out to air all night. And when you wake up in the morning, I swear to you, your blister will be 90% healed and you'll be good to go for the day. I'm not saying it's a miracle worker. I'm not saying it's going to go away. But whatever ails you, if you get a cut or if you rip your skin somehow, like whatever the case may be, and you want it healed really fast, this is a lifesaver and a miracle worker, and I always take it. In fact, there was one trip a couple trips ago where I didn't take it, and Bryson wore the wrong shoes and had horrible blisters, and it was the trip I didn't take it. So now, always take it with me every single trip. Along those lines, moleskin. If you've never heard of moleskin, it's super handy. It is just a roll of this velvety fabric, and you can cut off whatever amount you need, and then you peel it back and you just stick it on that affected area. So if you get a big blister on your foot and you want to cover it with that, and then you can walk on it, and it kind of acts like a second really thick skin. It works really well. So if you are prone to blisters or anything like that, and those happen in Disney World because you're walking so much, it's so humid, it's just super typical. So I think that's a great purchase. It's not very expensive. You can get it at any convenience store, and I think it works really great. A couple more things. Always take our hand sanitizer. One or both of us always get sick every time we come back from Orlando. So now we have taken to keeping this hand sanitizer with us. One of these usually lasts us one trip, maybe two. This will last us probably for the next trip, but I might take a backup just in case. And you can get these on Amazon for 99 cents, or you can buy them in the parks for $5, whatever you prefer to do. But they're super awesome because there's germs everywhere, and Disney is the cleanest theme park you'll ever go to, but there's still germs everywhere and sick people everywhere. So use your hand sanitizer, people. You'll thank me later. A couple other things. Never forget your magic band. We always wear our magic bands when we get on the plane because it's kind of kicking off a new great trip for us, and we absolutely love doing that. But we always keep our magic bands. If you're not going to wear it on your wrist when you leave, make sure you keep it nearby because it's your room key. It's also going to be how you get on Magical Express, so just wear it. It's the easiest thing to do, then you're not digging around through your carry-on trying to find it before you get on Magical Express. And it's super cute anyway, so why would you not want to wear it? But let's talk a little bit about these magic bands. This is an amazing magic band I got from Kathleen's Creations. She's on Etsy and Instagram. It's Kathleen's with a K and an S at the end, and she makes the most amazing glitter magic bands, and they're super durable. I wore this our entire trip last time, and it is still just as sparkly as it was when I got it, and it's great, and I got so many compliments on it. I absolutely love it. Cannot wait to wear it again. Also, I always take more than one magic band, but I also have this really cute one that I got from Shop Emily G. This is my sparkly Haunted Mansion band on a gray magic band, and I just love it, and I'm definitely going to be wearing it on this trip. So just don't forget your magic bands. You're going to need them for everything you do, so don't forget those. Something I always take with us is I run really cold. I don't like air conditioning, and the air conditioning in Disney is out of control. So I always have a blanket. I take the blanket with me on the airplane. I just kind of attach it across my suitcase or across my backpack, and it's just an extra item, and they don't count it as a carry-on or anything. My mom actually made me this blanket. It's super cute. You can't really see it because it's folded up, but it has pictures of our dogs on it. And my mom made this for me when I was traveling a lot for work, and I just love it. It's so cute, and it keeps me warm, not only on the airplane but in the hotel because our air conditioning is always blasting. So just a clue, if you run a little cold, Disney is cold. Not outside, but inside. I also always take my neck pillow for on the plane, especially this flight because we're heading out on the midnight flight and I want to get as much sleep as possible. An absolute must are ponchos. I know I talk about it all the time, but you don't want to get caught in a rainstorm in Florida, and there is a 90% chance that you are going to get rained on while you're on your trip. It rains a lot in Florida, especially 6 to 8 months out of the year in the summer, fall, spring months, so it rains a lot. So just make sure you have ponchos. We get these on Amazon. They're super cheap. They work just fine for us. We don't want to spend the money to get them in the parks. These are the one-time ponchos, so they're not as good of quality as the ones you get in the parks, but we just take multiple, except for the one trip. I know I've talked about it before, but it's pretty funny that I didn't know, because I'd actually never worn a poncho. I didn't know that these were not like durable and like reusable. So I took 2 for our entire trip, and it rained our entire trip, so it didn't work out very well. But just take as many ponchos. I think this trip we're taking like 10, and we're there for like 5 days, so 4 or 5 days. So that's just another tip. Also, of course, don't forget your ears. I always take a pair of ears in my bag because we are gonna head straight to the parks and I wanna get the magic going straight away. So I always take at least 1 pair of ears in my backpack so that I can put those on before I get my luggage from Magical Express. These amazing ears I just got from Magic Mouse Ears. She's on Instagram and you can order through her Instagram profile, and it's again Magic Mouse Ears, and she is just absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love them. I'm so excited to wear these. I think she does amazing work, and these are the first pair I got from her. I got these, and then I also ordered my first Animal Kingdom ears that are super cute, and I just can't wait to wear them. I'm so happy with them. So excited for those, and those are really our essentials. So I'm just going to show you a couple things that we're taking on this trip that I'm really excited about. So let's talk footwear for a second. I wear Old Navy flip-flops in the parks. If you have any sort of foot problems, if you get uncomfortable really quickly, if pain is an issue for you, don't wear Old Navy flip-flops. Take really good shoes. You can get some really nice sandals, and you can get them for really reasonably priced, and Bryson wears sandals and he does just fine, but Old Navy flip-flops work for me, so that's what I wear, but I don't recommend them for other people. I really don't, because it's a lot of walking and your feet are gonna hurt by the end of the day, so just be aware of that. These actually Bryson has never worn, but I'm super excited. These are his birthday present. You've probably seen them on another vlog we did, but these are from Grab Kicks, Grabb Kicks on Etsy, and these are his custom Mickey Nikes. I got them for his birthday, and I'm so excited for him to wear these. I was just so thrilled to order them and find them on Etsy, and those were his birthday presents. So he didn't take them on our last trip because we were there for such a short amount of time and it rained the whole time, but on this trip he can take these, and if it's not going to rain he can wear these, and then if it's change into another pair if it starts raining. So that's kind of what we're taking. That's really our essentials. I always take workout clothes because I get up and work out every single morning, but that's really the gist of it. One thing I will say is that we don't take toiletries because we use the toiletries that they give us in the resorts, but I do take face wash because it's usually a bar and I don't like a bar, so if you like a bar you're all set to go, but I always take a little facial cleanser. I just picked this up at King Soopers. It's just, this is not a paid promotion, this is just a travel sized cleanser I got that I'm going to take, and I picked up 2 of them. And then I always take body wash. This is actually an H2O body wash from a previous trip to Disney, but I tend to think that we don't get enough body wash when they have just these little guys. So I just take an extra one with us and just toss it in my bag, in my large Ziploc bag that I take all my toiletries in, just in case we run out. So that's that's it. Those are my essentials, and I would love to know what you have on your must-pack list for Disney or any trips you go on. What is something I missed that you take on every trip that really helps you out? We'd love to know. We'd love to share that with our viewers, and we'd love for you to share that with us. So let us know what is on your must-pack trip when you go to Disney. Thank you for stopping by, and we hope to see you soon as we continue our Disney journey. We're so excited for our trip this weekend, so stay tuned for more vlogs on that. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we release a video. So also be sure to hit that bell, and also like this video if you like what we're doing, and let us know what you thought of this video and if any of this stuff helps you, if maybe you didn't think of some of the stuff that is on our pack list. Thank you for stopping by, and for the love of the mouse, never forget that it all started with a mouse.